Types of products you can export in parcel abroad. Remember that parcel sending is also known as mini exportation. So these are the list of products you can export in parcels abroad. You can export dried bread, garri, beans, flour, melon. These are the list of all the products you can export abroad, as you can see here, like bitter leaf, ugu leaf, palm wine, butter, ogbono, cassava, yam, honey, dried onions, tomatoes. All these things are what you can export abroad. You can equally export smoked fish. A lot of African people are looking for dried fish, all these fish that used to be sweet, that is sweet, you understand? Small fish, all these crayfish. You can export all these type of food items to abroad and make a lot of money, thousands of dollars out of this business. Now, I want you to take note. There are things you can send abroad, ranging from foodstuffs. You can send snacks like groundnut, cashew nut, and many other things as a mini exporter. But please know that there are certain things you cannot send to some countries. A country like UK currently banned bringing in anything that a country like UK currently banned a country like UK currently banned anything that has to do with crayfish. That a country like UK, please take note that you there are certain things. Please take note there. Please, I want you to take note that there are certain things that you cannot. Please, I want you to take note that there are certain things you cannot send to some countries. A country like UK currently banned bringing in anything that has to do with dry fish or animal food in their country. So you have to be very careful to know that which is not accepted in the country before you start purchasing it. Buyers, I know buyers is going to send you, you know that before you start purchasing it, you know that buyers are going to send you half of the money. But let me tell you where we are going to risk, or where you are going to risk. When you send this to the shipping company, after buyers have sent you money to purchase the product and you send this to the shipping company, they will reject it because they already know that UK government will not allow them to bring in that product, despite though some people still smuggle it in. Okay, but still smuggle it in. But I wouldn't advise you, and I wouldn't want you to go into products that are prohibited. I wouldn't want you to go into products that are prohibited in any country, especially when your buyer is making initial payment. If you must go into prohibited products, that means you have to tell your buyer first that this product is banned in your. If you must go into prohibited products, that means you have to tell your buyer first that this product is banned in your country. You want to be buying it from. If you must go into prohibited product, my dear, the first thing you need to do, you have to tell your buyer that, see, oh, this product is prohibited in your country and you want to buy it from me. How do you want me to send it to you? And the buyer may not give you the shipping company that he or she knows that can bring in those goods to them. The next thing you will do in such situation is to insist that your buyer pays you 100% of the money before you go and source this product. Do you know why? In case you get to the shipping company that the buyer directed to you and the shipping company also rejected the product or rejects the product, you will have nothing to lose. Because you want the buyer, you will have nothing to lose because you want the buyer earlier. Sending of this particular goods is going to take another long period of time because you and the buyer will be looking for a company that can actually smuggle this into the country, which is not always easy to find. But with this method of payment 100%, you are sure that you have been paid and you have nothing to lose, okay? Rather, the buyer has a lot to lose. At this point, rather the buyer has a lot to lose. At this point, especially when you have won them upfront. But if the buyer have not paid you 100% of your money, and in case where these goods is not permitted to ship, as a result of this, your buyer can begin to seek for refund because there's no way to pay, as a result. Okay. But if a buyer have not paid you 100% of your money, and in a case where these goods is not permitted to ship as a result of this prohibited, Your buyer may not begin to seek for refund because there's no way to bring in his product or the product he gave you the money, okay, or and he has already given you half of the money and there's no way for you to ship it to him. You may begin to seek for refund, and you know you did not want him up front or on time. You didn't tell him that the product is prohibited. So please, my dear, take note of this thing I am teaching you, okay, so that you don't have a problem in this business. So this simply means that if you come across a product after you have the list of shipping companies. So if you come across a product after I have given you the list of shipping companies, and you must have gotten the you must have gotten the shipping company in your country, and you must have gotten the shipping company in your country. Make sure that anytime a buyer wants you to send any particular thing you are not sure of, try to put a call to your shipping company. Ask them, because you know in this training I will give you the list of shipping companies, okay? So you can always call them and ask them if you can ship this particular product to this country. If they tell you to go ahead, that is when you will not, if that is, if they not tell you to go ahead, that is when you will now start business negotiation with your buyer. If not, tell your buyer that the product cannot be shipped to their country. But if they insist that you must ship it to them, ask them. Also insist on 100% payment. Okay, if they insist that you must ship the product to them, insist on 100% payment, but make sure you want them beforehand, okay, before you start sourcing. That is okay. Then insist that they pay you 100% the money before you even start sourcing the product, okay. That is what I want to let you know. All right. So, in the absence of these things, there are lots of things you can send to many countries in different parts of the world, ranging from these products you see on this list I sent above and many others. All right. Okay. So we are going to in our next slide. So in our next slide, okay. So in our next slide, we are going to be in our next slide we are going to be talking about things you need to start an export business, equipment you need to start an export business.